What's happening, everybody? So last episode we did a bunch of cleanup on the new van here, cleaned it out real nice. And this episode, yesterday I made a video, but I put in the street address and a bunch of other stuff that I had to blur out, and I spent hours trying to blur it, and then it all disappeared. So I said, screw it, I'm just not going to do this. I'm not going to spend any more hours on this. So basically, we just got this new door from the junkyard. We scored. We got this new door, and we got a bunch of other stuff for like 50 bucks, new tail light, everything. It was a ridiculously good deal, but this top latch is not the same as on the old door, and it looks like it mounts the same way and everything. It's the same door, just different latch. So we're gonna take the latch out of the old door and install it in this one and make this one work, and then we're going to clean this up again because we walked in here with dirty feet, and paint all these areas like down in here where it's bare metal. And there's a bunch of ones in here and all up in here and stuff. So we're going to paint that so it doesn't rust out, and then install rattle trap. And then we're going to insulate the back floor and put the factory rubber mat. Still haven't removed all this stuff. Thank you, everybody, for your suggestions. We're going to get some Goo Gone and some metal wire brushes to remove the rest today. But this factory mat that goes in the back is super thick and super, super heavy. And we're going to put this back in the van on top of the foam insulation up there. And then we got some vinyl floor. We went vinyl this time, and I'll tell you why we did that a little later. But we got some really cool vinyl hardwood floor looking stuff, so we're gonna install that too. We gotta run to Home Depot to get some sandpaper and spray paint, and then we'll be on our way. Oh man, spring is here. It is so beautiful out today. Look at this. Look at how sunny and beautiful it is. So I'm doing a little different thing with the camera today. I got it on auto so that my exposure doesn't get messed up, and I got it on standard color. Let me know what you guys think. Man, so the last like couple months, since I got back really, I've been in this like funk, like just feeling like stressed out, like I have to hurry up and get this thing back on the road and get out. Ooh, look at Tesla. Or no, that's a Maserati. Yeah, just feeling like stressed out. And last night I watched Wizard Dream Weston's video on Vedic meditation. I was like, oh yeah, I don't have to be stressed out right now. I can just let go and relax and enjoy what's happening around me. I don't have to be on the road to be happy. I don't need to do something particular to be happy. I can be happy now. All I gotta do is enjoy what's happening in front of me. Look at these beautiful cherry blossoms. Look at these. Look at these things. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. I love springtime. I love it. So yeah, I'm out of the funk, and that's why I hadn't really been making videos. I didn't really have videos to make. Like, I was just kind of trying to figure out the van thing and being stressed out and all that. But yeah, videos are gonna be speeding up rapidly now. So, yeah, woo! This'll work. I think gloss white is the one, because it's 2-in-1, so it'll be so much faster. It's the primer and the paint, so we don't have to do two. We don't have to paint the primer on, wait for it to dry, do another coat, wait for it to dry.
This one is also painted.
All that BS. It's not going to be. Well, this one's satin, so it's like flat. But the inside of that van, it doesn't really matter because it's all going to be covered up.
Yeah.
We're never going to see it again. But I think we should go gloss anyway. Yeah, grab the gloss one.
And paint the van all glitter.
You want glitter?
We can make it all glittery and stuff.
She wants to make the inside of the van glitter. Can you believe this? With the purple glitter?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Or like silver glitter.
Hell no. No way. We'll get some mirrors on the ceiling though. That'd be sick.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Alright, so yesterday this girl started her new channel, and if you want to know more about how we met and why she wants to live in a van and why we ended up getting our van and all of that, you can check out her channel. That's called Evie Nova, and I will put a link in the description. So we are off to get some sandwiches or burgers or some kind of food products, because you gotta have a full belly when you start painting. Burgerville time. Look at these beautiful cherry blossoms. Oh man, I love these trees. God, I love these things. Spring is awesome. The sun is out, mostly. Look at this menu. Look at this menu.
Hello?
Hi, how can I help you today?
Yeah, can I get two? All right, guys, so we got a little bit of a late start today, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to do the rattle trap stuff today. I hope we will. But anyway, we got the sanding blocks from Home Depot, so I'm gonna start sanding all the spots where there's bare metal and just get it nice and sanded down so I can go in, I'll sand it, and then I'll wash it real quick. I'll wipe it off with a wet rag and then a dry rag and let it dry all the way. And then spray it off real quick. It doesn't need to be like a great paint job or anything. I just want to prevent rust in the future. There is gonna be condensation in here. It's unavoidable, so I want to try to reduce rust as much as possible. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and Evie is going to start cleaning up this floor pad. We got that steel brush, so hopefully that works. We won't have to use the Goo Gone, but we might, so we'll see. Okay, so sanding is done. Now I just got to clean up the area with some water and a paper towel, and then I will get to spray painting. All right, so I got to paint in this area. I'm going to get some plastic bags when I'm ready to paint. Actually, to prep it first, I'm just going to use some rubbing alcohol and paper towels. But I'm going to remove these things so they don't get painted real quick. It looks like 10mm, yep. All right, guys, so I got the bumper all taped off. I got my PP out, my personal protection, you pervert, safety goggles, and a... word. What's the word for this? Respirator. I don't know how I forget words like that. And gloves. Lots of people spray paint without this stuff, but I like the PP, so I'm doing it. And I got my spray paint and everything's all washed up, so I'm gonna get to it. Alright, so this is drying now. I just got a couple of light coats on it, and man, that can leaked like crazy. Look at this thing. It just leaked everywhere. It was terrible. I definitely do not recommend that type of spray paint. That thing really sucked. I did get everything covered though, so it's all good. I'm gonna let this dry up, turn this fan back on, and grab a shower and get started on the latch for the new back door. So Evie's still over here working on the floor mat. She's made quite a bit of progress. Look how clean it is up here. There's still some like glue residue left. How are you doing this? How are you getting all this stuff off?
Yeah, I just soak it with water a little bit, let it sit, and then I'm using this wire brush with a little scraper in it, and I just scrape it off.
Nice.
And it works pretty well. The glue part, I mean, it still is on there, but we might use either Goo Gone to get the rest of it out, or just leave it as it is because it's just barely anything left. So.
Very cool. I still have plenty of these stickers available, by the way, guys. If you want to help out with the cause a little bit, we can get this project done that much faster. So like I said, this latch on the old door is different from this latch on the new door, and these top seals are also a little bit different. See how it hangs down right here? It doesn't do that on this one. I don't know if it got torn off or if that's just the way it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get these off. It looks like there's a plastic pin here, there, and on the back. And then I'm gonna try to get the latches out and switch them over. Are you excited to get the new van going?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Excited.
Super excited.
Super excited.
Super excited. So I got my needle nose pliers here, and I'm gonna get this last piece off. So I kind of switched up the build video style. I got kind of bored with the standard, like, this is how I do this is how I do that. I just got really bored with it, so I was like kind of slacking. And I think it was the last one I made on the Astro. Somebody was like, dude, you should step it up. You can do way better than this or something. And at first I was like, you try making one, you know. And then I was like, well, actually, he makes a really good point. I could do a hell of a lot better than this. And I love the vlog style ones because they're more personal, it's more real, it's like there's a story to it, you know? It's not just some boring how-to. So I was like, huh, I wonder how I can mix the two together. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So let me know if you guys like that or not. I did damage the seal a little bit. Not too bad, but a little bit for sure. But I got access to the bolt that's on top. So there are two star bolts up here, Torx bolts. So I gotta find the right size socket to fit those and pop this latch out real quick. If it feels like it's gonna strip, I'm gonna get some PJ Blaster or something on here. Yep, it's stripping. Oh man, it's mostly stripped. Okay, we got an issue. This thing's mostly stripped. Let me show you real quick. See that? Focus. See how it's mostly stripped like that? So I'm gonna spray it down with a little PJ Blaster or WD-40 or some kind of penetrative oil. Lube it up a little bit, and then I will probably get some vice grips or something and muscle it out. Alright, so I couldn't find any penetration oil, but I got a blowtorch. So I already whacked this thing a couple times with a hammer pretty hard. That should help bust it loose. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now I got the blowtorch, we heat it up a little bit. Nice, it worked. Totally worked. So I got everything installed with the new top latch up here, and I used the seal that came with this door. Even though it's a little different than the old one, it's in better condition. If it leaks, we'll just get a new one. Nice thing about this fan is Chevy still makes all the seals for them, so you can get OEM quality ones, which are always better than aftermarket. Or so I hear, anyway. So this rod goes from the handle up to the new latch, and the one that came with the door is different. I don't know how you can see that, but the bend is totally different. You see that? So this is the one that goes with this latch, but the old door. So we're gonna use this one. Okay, so got the new latch on. Let's see how it works. Well, it definitely works. There's quite a bit of play up here. The bottom one's nice and tight. So what that means is that this up here needs to go back so that the top stays nice and tight. Which could totally be part of the reason why we're having such bad leaks back here. I mean, I know these seals are definitely bad, but that could definitely contribute to it. Also, this top piece up here was not adjusted right. It wasn't put back on properly, so I'm gonna take that off and clean everything up and do that. Let's see how it fits with the other door. So the bottom lines down here, a little farther, match up really well actually. And look, let me see the top ones. Yeah, it looks like the top ones do really well too. So that means that this bracket and the one down here that hold the door on are adjusted properly. We just put them in the exact same spot where the old ones were. So that worked great. So I'm just gonna adjust that thing up here I was showing you, and just keep adjusting it until when I close the door, the top doesn't have any rattle to it, and it's not so firm that it's squeezing the living hell out of the seals, but firm enough where it's pressing against them. And we might have to adjust it again when we get new seals, because these ones are totally worn out. So yeah, and then I'm gonna pull all this stuff off and clean it up. One more thing you gotta pay attention to that I forgot to mention. The gap from door to door down here should match the one up here, and they should be pretty close, because you want the seal right here to touch in here, to touch not only this surface but also this one on this side. So it's good up here but not down here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this hammer and nail and just lightly tap both the brackets until those line up real well and forms a really good seal to prevent any leaks. All right, so we got the back doors working great, and we cleaned it. We took all this stuff off, the lights and all the trim and everything, cleaned it out really well, and we got this new plastic piece on so we know how far it insulated. The sun is almost down, but we're gonna rip out the bulkhead real quick because we want swivel seats, and then we're gonna lay down some foam insulation and put the rubber mat straight on top. No rattle trap on the floor. It's gonna be so heavily insulated, I don't think it's gonna be an issue. But we are gonna do the wheel wells after we put the rubber and the foam insulation down. But we're gonna wait for tomorrow for the spray paint to completely dry, because I think that's just a better idea. So yeah, we're gonna get to work. Alright guys, so we both realized we were really hungry and the sun was almost down. We didn't feel like rushing it, so we just went out and got some food, and I forgot the camera, and it was too low light in there for our cell phones to work. So we just went and got some German food real quick. But that's it for today, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. I'm gonna go edit this stuff and get it online. Love you,